Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, I am Umniatul Khoiriyah and my friends Nabilla Umalatifa and then Rochmah Nor Rosyidah. In this video, we will explain about RPE, PROTA, and PROMES. Happy watching! Rencana Pekan Efektif or the Effective Week Plan or RPE is a count of the days that are effective in the ongoing school year. To compile RPE, what must be seen and considered is the ongoing academic calendar as well as a school guideline in determining the number of weeks or effective weeks. To find out the effective week in a semester, we must determine the number of effective days in one semester using the academic calendar. In effective week is the number of weeks contained in the educational calendar but cannot be used in activities. The number of effective weeks is where the days are effective for learning that can be used in a lesson.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nabilla Umalatifa. Now I will explain about PROTA or annual program. So annual program or program tahunan is a plan to allocate 1 year to achieve the specific learning objectives or core competencies and basic competencies. Determination of the allocation of time needed so that all basic competencies can be achieved and mastered by students. Determination of time is determined by the number of lesson hours according to the appropriate curriculum structure and also the breadth of material that student must master. Okay, now I will present the example of PROTA. This is the example of PROTA. There are some components of PROTA or annual program, such as the first is the title, program tahunan, and then identity. It includes the subject, and the subject is English here, and then the educational units, or it is the name of the school. This is Harapan Junior High School. And then the classes or semester, 10th grade, and even an odd semester. And then academic year is 2019 and 2020. Next is the core competency or kompetensi inti. Those are the points of the level of ability to achieve graduate competency standards that students must have at each class or program level, which is the basis for the development of basic competencies. This is the example of KI 1 dan KI 2, menghayati dan mengamalkan ajaran agama yang dianutnya, menghayati dan mengamalkan perilaku jujur, disiplin, santun, peduli, gotong royong, kerjasama, toleran, damai, dan lain-lain. KI 3 memahami, menerapkan, dan menganalisis pengetahuan faktual, konseptual, prosedural, dan metakognitif berdasarkan rasa ingin tahunya tentang ilmu pengetahuan, teknologi, seni, budaya, dan humaniora dengan wawasan kemanusiaan, kebangsaan, kenegaraan, dan peradaban terkait penyebab fenomena dan kejadian. KI 4 mengolah, menalar, dan menyaji dalam ranah konkret dan ranah abstrak terkait dengan pengembangan dari yang dipelajarinya di sekolah secara mandiri dan lain-lain. And then this is the table. The component of the table is there is the information of the semester. Here is the first semester, and then basic competency, and time allocation. The basic competencies. This is the level ability to achieve core competencies that student must acquire through learning. You can see that there is 3.1, 4.1, 3.2, and so on. This is based on the syllabus. 3.1 menerapkan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur kebahasaan teks, interaksi transaksional lisan dan tulisan yang melibatkan tindakan memberi dan meminta informasi, asking and giving information terkait jati diri dan hubungan keluarga sesuai dengan konteks penggunaannya. 4.1 menyusun teks interaksi transaksional lisan dan tulis pendek dan sederhana yang melibatkan tindakan memberi dan meminta informasi terkait jati diri dengan memperhatikan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur kebahasaan yang benar dan sesuai konteks. This is the example. 3.1 and 4.1 is 2 in 12 lesson hour. Time allocation. This is an estimate of the average time to master the basic competencies. So 3.1 and 4.1 is 2 in 12 lesson hour. And 3.2, 4.2 is 2 in 8 lesson hour, is planned to master in 8 lesson hour. And in the below of the table, there are the date, name of headmaster, the name of lesson teacher, and the last, there is the note of headmaster, if any. That's all my explanation about PROTA. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
Hi guys, how are you today? I hope you are in great condition and keep healthy. In this pandemic situation, I'm doing my class via online, and today I would like to explain about PROMES or PROMES. Before it, I want to introduce myself. My name is Rochmah Nor Rosyidah from English Education Department of Muria Kudus University. So, let's discuss about PROMES or PROMES.
I would like to explain about PROMES or program semester. Next slide. PROMES contains the formulating of basics of teacher activity in conducting learning for one semester, taking into account the allocation of available time, number of basic competencies, and indicators. So, what the purpose of PROMES? The purpose of PROMES will make it easier for the teacher to teach material for students to master in a semester. So, a PROMES has a component. The components are as follows. First, identity. Identity is education unit, subject, class, semester, years of study. And second, file format, material, theme, sub-theme, time allocation, and month detail per week. And PROMES has a preparation of steps, and the first step is input KD or basic competencies or kompetensi dasar and indicators. For second, set the number of hours and number of stars per week for each subject. The third, allocate time as needed indicators in a month and week column. 4. Give a note in a caption if you need it.
And then, this is an example of PROSEM or PROMES or program semester. For the title is a program semester of blah blah blah. You can fill it with a name of the school, and the next is years of the study. For example, 2019 or 2020. Next is subject. The subject, for example, is Bahasa Inggris, and then class you can fill it with 10 class, and then allocation time 2 hours per week, and then for the first column is a theme or sub-theme, or you can fulfill it with a basic competencies. And the next column is a time allocation time for one semester. For example, this is 12 hours, and then in a first month you can fill it in a third week and fourth week 2 hours and 2 hours. And then for example in October, in a second week, this is UTS or midterm, you can sign in a table. And I think that's all for explanation about an example of PROSEM or PROMES or program semester. You can fill the different color to make it easier to read the table.
So that's all for explanation about PROSEM or PROMES. Thank you for your attention. See you.